Hi there, welcome to my demonstration for a lovely potato dish, one of my favourites, called a Hasselback potato. It's a lovely dish, like I've already mentioned. You utilise new or mid potatoes of even size, so they cook fairly evenly in the pan. They're cooked in a clarified butter with herbs and garlic, and they're prepared in a slightly different way. They're almost like a baby baked potato, that are 3/4 sliced down, and the finish on them, you do get like a crispy, you should get a crispy finish to them, buttery flavour. It's a very nice. It does take a little bit of time to prepare them when you're doing them in quantity. I've done these before in functions for 200 and 300 people, and when you're doing 2 or 3 potatoes per dish, you know that can, well, you do the maths, you're there for quite a little while, which is why if I can just lift my pan up, I already have some pre-prepared. I don't know if the camera will pick up on that, but you can see on those potatoes that they are sliced. You see that? They're sliced 3/4 the way through. I've got 3 here on my bench, which I'm going to show you how to finish, and then I'll load up the pan and we'll get those in the oven. It's a good dish for knife control. Now, we talk about knife control a lot. You've done it when you came into college. If you can recall all the different types of knife cuts, the different measurements, creating that skill and that confidence with these potential weapons, yes they are. Practice. That's how you get proficient with handling these. So I'm going to use it's a smaller cook's knife. I'm going to do these 3 potatoes and show you how to load the pan, then I'll get them into the oven, get them baked, and then we can catch back up on this video a little bit later and you'll see how they come out. They're a lovely potato because, as I've already mentioned, the flavour in them is what you make them. They're lovely, and they go well with most things. So, the potato, what we need to do, and we need to be very careful. You're probably used to chopping and slicing. That is what we're going to do, but we're not going to cut right the way through. If you cut right the way through, what you're going to end up is sliced potatoes, and we don't want that. So you need to get a secure hold of the potato, and what you're going to do, you're going to slice through about 3/4 and about 2mm slices. So you need to keep your knife going in the right direction all the time. So I'm using my finger there as a guide to go down, and again, not all the way. Now it's getting a bit dicey to hold it at this end, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the potato around and carry on slicing all the way end to end. Don't go all the way through, put that there for a moment. I'm going to do the same for these. You have to have control because the temptation is you want to go right down to the chopping board. This is one occasion you don't. Okay, and same again, the final 3rd potato. So you can see if I was doing 3 potatoes per portion for a function of 200 or 300 people, okay, it's going to take me quite a while. Not only to do this, but you've also got to select the potatoes of even size. Okay, so they're cut. I'm just going to put a little bit of weight on them and press them so it kind of flattens them and lies them one way a little. Okay, same for that. Just press down a little bit so it's flattened it a little. You've got to be careful doing that because you don't want to break them. Okay, so they're in my pan. Lovely. I've got a couple of pieces of garlic here. I'm just going to crush. I'm going to lie on the top. Now I would love to utilise fresh herbs. I would have some rosemary and some thyme on top. Working from home, I'm in the middle of a lockdown. I don't have any. Have to be careful how many times we're going to the supermarkets, obviously, because we need to, you know, we're under lockdown, like I've said. I do have some herbs, so I'm going to use those. I'm going to control how much I put on, so I'll put it into my hand first. Yeah, put those on. Get rid of any excess. Clarified butter. So this is melted butter which has been allowed to settle for a moment. So the butter milk goes to the bottom and then it's drained off, and this is the butter fat. The butter fat will allow me to get more temperature into that pan to cook them, so it will retain the flavour of the butter without the burn. And I'm going to pour these over the top of the potato. I want the butter to penetrate inside the potato. We've sliced them for a reason, and each of those, it's good. It's the way that, well, the quality point of a Hasselback potato is you want these almost to be crisps but still held by the full potato. Okay, so that clarified butter is on there. As they're baking, they will open up a little bit. I'm going to season them. I want a nice bit salt on there and some pepper. Okay, so they're ready to go into the oven. I'm going to put those in on 180 for about 25 minutes. That's what I would be used to doing in a professional combi oven like a Rational that we have at college. Obviously I'm using an oven at home. I'll give them the 25 minutes and I'll check them. They need to be firm, but so they would break if you pinch them too hard. So they need to be cooked right the way through. I am expecting to give them an extra 5 or 10 minutes in my oven at home. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that. Get these done like this. I will see you in about 25-30 minutes and we'll see how these beauties come out. See you soon.